Hello, my fiery Sagittarius, and thank you so much for tuning in to the full length. I just want to start this by saying I had a very significant dream last night regarding Sagittarius specifically. So, it was myself, my boyfriend, and a couple of other, close friends. We went to a state park, and the name of the state park was like something Sagittarius. It was like a national Sagittarius or like something like that. I should have wrote it down, but I was kind of in a rush this morning. But something about like the stars, stargazing, that was what our intent was there to do in this dream that I had. But also just like shining like a star, feeling like a star, feeling like you're shining intuitively. Something about that could be very significant. Also, something about like hiking, traveling, being in a national park around this time could be significant for you. So, Seji, a quick couple of messages. We are going to be doing a full length reading. We're going to dive into the energies around the full moon. This is your full moon, Sagi. It is also referred to as the strawberry full moon in certain Native American cultures because June is strawberry season. Not because of anything to do with the color of the moon, okay? Yeah, but right now it feels like you're kind of like a strawberry, right? Like you're growing, you're budding, you're flowering, you're prosperous, okay? So that's what we're going to do in this reading. We're going to be very respectful. Okay. This isn't a channel buff message. We're just going to see what wants to come out with the full moon energy surrounding you right now. Okay. So this is sun, moon, rising, Saggy. And or if you're dealing with a Sagittarius, however it resonates for you. Okay. Because we are all one. So however this connects to you, these messages are timeless. Okay. So whenever you find this, it's meant for you. And also, I am available for personal readings. They start at only $10. And if you're interested, you can go ahead and check that out at taurussuntarot@gmail.com. Okay. Okay, spirit angels and ancestors, please use me as a channel to provide Saggy with the clearest messages around this time in their full moon. So the first card that we have out here is 7, Metamorphosis, really beautiful. Yeah, this reminds me so much of tying in with the cycles. Yeah, exactly what I said. Like you're growing, you're flowering, you're firing, you're changing. People see you shining. To me, this card is all about taking the mask off. If you can see, she's holding a mask in her hand here. So it's really about taking ego down, letting your personality shine through. And notice at the bottom here, there's like this shadow. I really feel like you guys could be working on the shadow self at this time. So, really working through heavy transformations. You're really sitting with the discomfort. That's something I'm hearing. Learning to be comfortable in the uncomfortable, you know. The number 7 could be important to you. December 27th, May 7th, you could be dealing with a Taurus or an earth sign. Also, this is just for my female. Sorry, I don't typically gender specify, but this is, for the feminine Saggies. But something about your cycle can be important, especially the way it's being um, depicted here. If you're attempting to try and get pregnant, try to conceive at this time, now could be a good time. You could be very fertile, okay? Stay up to date on your cycle tracking. Very interesting messages. Okay. Moving on, Saggy. So we have number 28, Elder Wisdom. Yeah, so you're really your willpower is helping you gain more wisdom, okay? And then offering. Yeah. I have this intuitive feeling tobacco offering. So something about spiritual offerings, right? Okay, so some of you that could mean fasting. For some of you that could mean prayer. For some of you, that could mean abstinence, even. But yeah, you're offering yourself, you're offering your thanks, your gratitude to the Most High, okay? Whether that's God, Allah, spirit, universe, whatever you call it, okay? But you're gaining with the shadow work that you're doing, Saggy, and continuing the willpower, continuing the motion. Spirit is blessing you with more wisdom, and the more you offer to spirit in gratitude, the more spirit will give back to you. Okay. Wow, really beautiful energies. Spirit angels and ancestors, please help me get some general messages for my Saggies at this time during their full moon. What messages do my Sagittarius need to be aware of at this time as they're transforming, as they're gaining more knowledge, as they're offering themselves spiritually and maybe physically for the Most High, the Most Good, to better themselves? Please help me give them some clear messages to help them on their journey. Spirits, angels, and ancestors. I'm going to take that card here. So the first card out that we have, Nine of Air, would be Nine of Wands, hurt. Interesting. Okay. Spirit, angels, and ancestors. Anything else from this deck that we need to be aware of for Saggy? Any other energies that we need to be aware of for Saggy? Intuitively, I just heard something around the time of the new moon. So maybe about 3 to 4 weeks ago, something very significant could have happened, Saggy. Something that caused you a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. For some of you, it could have been losing a job, but for others of you, I'm really picking up on a romantic energy, just kind of like confusion, hurt. I'm hearing like intentionally. Something felt very intentional with it, Sag. But in a way, Spirit is saying if you didn't experience this hurt, this wouldn't have catalyzed this change and this knowledge that you're gaining, okay? I also just heard make sure you take what you've learned with you so that way you don't make the same mistakes again, okay? Okay, what else, Spirit, please? We'll do 5 more shuffles. Thank you. What else for Saggy from this deck? Before we move on, any other messages? Thank you, Spirit. Oh, goodness. Okay, we're not going to take all those. I'm going to pick these and these back up. I think the rest kind of fell on their own. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Saggy, Saggy, Saggy. Okay, so there was a lot more cards that ended up coming out than I really anticipated. So let me just do some rearranging here for you, Sag, okay? A lot of heavy energy, yeah. This hurt a lot. And not just you. If this is romantic, it feels like all parties involved were really hurt. Um, like no one came out unscathed, I just heard. I don't use that type of language very often. So you have 9 of wands, or I'm sorry, 9 of swords, 2 nines. Something about the number 9 could be very significant. You may want to Google angel number 999. There could be messages there for you. Also, something about feathers seems extremely significant. In this deck, the feathers are represented representing swords in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot. So to me, feathers represent like messages. Um, they also represent lightness, going with the flow, air energy, right? But when we think of the swords in the traditional Rider-Waite, we also think of mental consciousness, mental clarity. thought patterns, thinking, a lot of like nervous system based things, if you will, in terms of how our mind is connecting with our body. So there's a huge message of like making sure that you're checking in with your earth energy, checking in with the present moment, checking in with the earth beneath your feet, really grounding yourself. That seems very significant here for you, Saggy, okay? There's a lot of air energy, so I feel like it would be very easy for you to get caught up in a flighty, kind of like a flight or flight sort of mentality, if you will. With the five of air, with fear, I just did a collective reading and there was a message with crows. I believe this is either a crow or a raven, but something about birds seems extremely significant around this time. So I'm unclear, but maybe just Google like spiritual meaning behind crows or birds. There could be messages there for you. But to me, it represents having a different view of a situation, having a bird's eye view. It also represents being again fight or flight. Like you feel like kind of like this unsafe energy at this time, maybe Saggy. You're just very doubtful. Okay. You're very uncertain. There could have been a third party energy. I'm picking up heavily on a third party energy. Yeah, especially with the pleasure here. It definitely feels like there was interference where there shouldn't have been. Somebody may have lost their sense of integrity, right? You could be dealing with a fellow fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. I just also noticed wisdom. There's an owl being depicted here in the first card that came out. So the pain that you suffered was for a reason. Don't let it be for nothing, Saggy, okay? Because this to me is representing you are gaining wisdom, you are gaining insight, important insight, okay? If somebody shows you their ass, believe them the first time, okay? Don't give them a second chance. Don't, if somebody shows you their ass, believe them the first time, okay? So let's go ahead and move on. Spirit angels and ancestors, please help me get some further messages for my fiery Sagittarius at this time. So this is for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for Saggy. Cross watchers are always welcome here. I encourage that shit. Or however Saggy resonates for you. So the first card out we have here is the World. You could be dealing with a fixed sign, so Aquarius, Taurus, or Libra, I think. I'm blanking. Don't quote me on that. You also have the High Priestess here, so Pisces energy. Could be dealing with a water sign. Um, a cycle is coming to completion, okay? Something about vulnerability. Also, the pleasure with her naked body is giving me, definitely some. If this was romantic, there was a lot of like really fun time. You know what I'm saying? The High Priestess. Somebody saw further into this. It feels like it could have been you, Saggy, or your person. Somebody was seeing further into this. Oh my goodness. Yes. The Two of Cups. Somebody sees that there is potential here for equal give and take, for reciprocity, for an equal exchange of love. Oh my goodness, you guys. Saggy, somebody wants to give you their cup and it's overflowing, baby. And it feels like this is Spirit's way of saying, like, okay, you've learned your lesson, right? Now make sure you take that with you. So, in this way, you don't make the same mistake with this new person, okay? Somebody is being divinely guided towards you, Saggy. This may not be in the current moment. This feels like a future energy, okay? But it feels like you're close and they're coming into you, okay? Yeah, future energy, because right now in the current moment, this feels like It's a call for rest and relaxation with the Four of Swords. Okay, so deep contemplation. Um, I'm also picking up on like a very religious energy with the High Priestess and the Four of Swords. This makes me feel like somebody is very in tune. You could be psychic, you could have powers, you could be just very, there could be an energetic cord between the two of you. Notice the way in between the two cups, there's that spiral coming down kind of from this stem, right? And the way it's intertwined, it looks like one of those like helix things, almost like in the DNA. So it feels like this person is quite literally your other half, Sagittarius, and they're coming into you in the future. They have, look, oh my goodness, I just noticed this. The bird, how I was saying the bird is so significant, and there's a bird being depicted in the Ace of Cups. Something about lily pads could be significant. Somebody's name could be Lily. But yeah, Four of Swords, very in tune, tapped in, meditative. Some of you could be practicing yoga, um, just very spiritual practices, especially with the full moon. Something about the moon cycles in general just seem very important with the way, especially, yeah, like the crescent moon is being depicted here with the hurt card and then also on the high priestess here. So somebody is very, so someone could also be reminded of you, Saggy, when they see the moon in different cycles. Okay, let's get one last card, please, Spirit. Oh my God. You guys, I cannot make this shit up. The moon card came out. As I was just saying, the moon seems so significant. Normally, with the Rider Waite Tarot, I would say this represents illusion, confusion, and maybe being unclear, hidden emotions. This actually does not feel like that at all, though. Sanji, this full moon card in your full moon during the strawberry moon in June. I'm a poet and I didn't even know it. No, I'm just kidding. But this, I mean, this feels so significant, Saggy. Um, the fact that the full moon is being depicted with the face, somebody is coming into clarity about feelings for you. They're going to come forward with a message of emotion. They've really been thinking about this. It feels like you've really been thinking about this. Okay. And the full moon is offering clarity, illumination. Spirit is divinely guiding someone to you right now after a hard lesson that's been learned so that there can be a metamorphosis, so that you can move on, you can experience pleasure, you can experience, the happiness that comes with completion, equal reciprocity, okay? A healthy relationship, more emotions. And notice the way the wolves are howling at the moon. It feels like it's an acknowledgement of the stage that you're at, this new awakening, this new revival. I've really never gotten these energies with the moon, so I feel like I'm really tapped into your specific full moon energy, Saggy. Okay? Wow. Really, really beautiful energy, you guys. So, this is all I have for you, Saggy. I really hope something here did resonate. If so, please like and subscribe. Drop a comment in the comments below. I love hearing how these resonate for you. And as always, just a reminder, I am available for personal readings. They start at only $10. And if you are interested, you can just email me, taurussuntarot@gmail.com. And other than that, just stay tuned, Saggy. You guys hold a special place in my heart, and I'm always doing new uploads for you, as well as collective and all the other zodiac signs. So, if nothing here resonated, do check out your sun, moon, rising, Venus, and all the other placements. Okay, there could be messages for any of those placements. Okay, so if this is where we depart, Saggy, have a great night, and I'll see you soon. Bye.